3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cosplay Podcast, episode number 18. It's been a while since we've done one of these shows, and anyway, I'm going to do some introductions. I'm your host. My name's down there, the Danny of Huang. Down below me, we've got an Italian fascist. No, seriously, he's an Italian fascist. There was a certain stage production of Allo Allo you're in. You're that Italian bloke, I keep forgetting his name.
Yes, I was Captain Alberto Bertorelli. Proud captain of the Italian forces, all 15 of them. Wonderful show. We sold out, which was the first for the Playhouse at Whitstable. First sold out show they've ever done in the 75 years they've actually done their thing. So yeah, now that's over. I'm back.
Sweet. And to my right, we got a Kiwi who has 2 quad bikes, not just one, but 2 quad bikes.
Because I need them both.
Hello there.
And
there's Hugh McGregor.
And his Ponzi expensive lightsaber,
which was worth it. And I never got to use it because I was ill.
Yes, and that's kind of a hint for today's episode, because we're going to be talking about this certain event that happened last weekend, a Star Wars celebration. So we're going to do a report, and obviously, because this is the Cosplay Podcast, we obviously are going to talk about cosplay-related things. And but anyway, let's talk about Star Wars celebration. Yeah, before we start, what was I saying? Yeah, the Rogue One panel. Yeah, can we just start off that the actor that played Director Krennic actually turned up on stage in his actual costume and looked like a fucking badass.
That was cool.
No, it was like you kind of think about it. It's really rare to actually see the actors outside of their costumes, out of the film. They're just going to be wearing a suit and tie. But he just turned up. It was like looking all pompous. He had those 2 death troopers behind him. Then he came back on stage and revealed he was Australian. And I was like, another one.
G'day, mate.
Yeah. Let's just get this out of the way. Is Australia trying to take over Hollywood? Because it's like they're everywhere, isn't it? It's like you watch the Arrow and the Flash. It's like, wait, he's Australian too. It's like, what was it the new bloke Wally West? He's Australian too. Damn. Oh,
those Aussies are talented.
There's a bit of a rivalry in it between the Aussies and the Kiwis.
Bloody convicts.
All right, enough said. But anyway, I guess we should actually bloody talk about celebrations. So, yeah, there was a lot of controversy about this event because it was, it was, not much was being released about the schedule, the guest list, and rumors that it was all in one hall. Which, we're gonna bust that first off. It was not all in one hall. It was significantly bigger than than London Super Comic Con, because that was only held in one hall. In matter of fact, I think it actually took over I would actually say it actually took over 70% of MCM, because I don't think there was anything else running on, was there? It was like they rented out 3 halls back to back to actually just deal with the queuing alone.
Yeah, and obviously security checks, which obviously things going on in the world, like obviously they're gonna have these big security checks and everything, but the security checks were absolutely fine. Each day you just got in. I had 3 lovely zip ties wrapped around the lightsaber for all 3 days, and they kindly put a different color each one, so it was like, it's pretty.
Yeah, I mean, that was I can't really fault the ticket organization, because let's face it, how MCM do it, which, you can just see the previous shows for how impressed we are about their ticket organization.
Woo!
So indeed, it was a lot bigger than everyone thought, because again, a lot of people were like cancelling because they thought it was just going to be a small con, because again, everyone had in their mind, it's nothing like the American ones, like Anaheim. It was going to be like a massive event, or it's not going to be as big as the one in Germany, and all that. But overall, no, go on, Jake.
I mean, from a sort of like promotional standpoint, and also where they are currently with the films, it was kind of like I felt like this was to be expected, because they've just finished episode 7. That's done. They've just finished Episode 8 filming like last week, and then they've got Rogue One coming up. Now, unlike Episode 8, people will go to that. Rogue One is their first spin-off movie, so it's got the label Star Wars. So that's Disney's first thing of like, we're going to try and get this away from the actual trilogy movies, which are a proven success. So they will try to big up Rogue One, which the event itself was very good in doing so. The costumes were amazing, the so good, and like John Boyega or Daisy Ridley or anything. And I've just finished filming. The last thing I want to do is go to a convention and sit around. Like, obviously, want to have a rest and everything. Though saying that, Daisy Ridley did go to Great Ormond Street the day before Celebration started and actually visited every child dressed as Rey, and they had a huge Star Wars celebration for all the kids there, and it was really cool.
She
A
was
friend of
also
mine actually was able to go there.
She was also there on the Saturday, but not at the panel. She was just walking around. I saw pictures of that.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's just get down to the brass. But the value for money. So yeah, let me just say my piece. Yeah, I gotta admit, I probably was not that hyped to go, but I just wanted to try it out because it was like, I think it's like the first ever event that's just, because obviously all the events I usually go to, they're multi-themed, like, MCM, that's like multiple stuff, that's Comic-Con, that's comics, that's games, that's, anime, well, particularly anime there. London Film and Comic-Con, it's obviously all films, supposedly films, but yeah, you pretty much get the same crowds. I was just curious about this sort of this mono event, and I'm going to be honest, I think it really wasn't worth the money. I think, I think it was a good event. But you think about MCM, a lot of people, they're complaining about a 3-day ticket being £50, whereas I think the ticket I paid, because I'm pretty sure I paid about £45 for my ticket because I got the second batches. The odd thing is, I don't know if they actually sold out because you were still able to buy tickets on Sunday. But a rather interesting thing about those tickets is they actually included the panels, because as you were saying, Jake, the panels were free, weren't they?
Yes, they were. But there were two stages. There was the celebration, was the fan stage. And for the celebration stage, you had to line up for wristbands. Now, these wristbands, the lines for the wristbands opened up 8 p.m. the night before and so, unfortunately, I didn't get to go to the big panels like the Hour with Mark Hamill or the Princess
the night
Diaries.
before.
Didn't get.
Oh, sorry, hold on. You said the night before, so that means
before.
you had to wait in Thursday night.
Yeah, and people did.
Oh bollocks! Wait, wasn't the stage? Yeah. Didn't the stage have Didn't the stage have a capacity of like 4,000 people or something?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the were really never seen those stages used for any MCM events or London. Usually, I've seen them in use for. I think there was like a medical panel.
Yeah, same. I've never seen them. I've never seen them ever used. Yeah, sorry, I've never ever seen them used in MCM. But yeah,
yeah, you had to line up the night before, and at 6 a.m. So people did line up at 8 p.m. and wait in that line till 6 in the morning. And obviously they themselves got the panels themselves were screen at the Star Wars Celebration sort of like stage area where they had in the center of one of the main halls the Millennium, and they after the panels they would have interviews with various people. They would just come up on stage, and it was really cool because the guy who played Bib Fortuna, they interviewed him on the actual stage area, and he still does all the lines and everything. It was just like, I didn't want to go. It was awesome.
I watched that on YouTube.
But if I thought, I mean, like back to is the
go on.
I would say yes, it was. My take is that Star Wars itself as much as it's part of the Disney corporation now. So what does Disney do well for? Disney does well in entertainment and for families, and this was a true, really entertaining family event. The layout itself, there was a great little area for families to take the little kids to do some Jedi training.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yes.
My mate, and I went around with my mate. We were just all walking around, and they had this little ball pit where kids could jump in and just try and find Wookiees. Okay. Based on that, where's the Wookiee?
And much editing later. Yeah, that's very sensible, Jake. yeah, as you were saying, it was. I gotta admit, yeah, if you were a kid, you probably would have got a lot more value with the little Jedi Fighting Academy thingy they had in the corner, which, yeah, that was pretty cute, I have to admit. And yeah, you were saying the little, yeah, the miniature drone show, which actually was like in 3 parts, because yeah, you saw the actual drone show where before we, you want to know what we're practicing on about? Yeah, there was they built these like proper little mini sets, so you had like the trench run set and everything, and you had like these little miniature TIE fighter, well, they were TIE bombers, I guess. Well, it just feels a shame. You had that little X-wing, and they were like flying around. They were playing the soundtracks. It was cute dancing around. And then next door, you had proper Endor. But the cool thing is, if you then went next door, you could have then actually saw from little tiny cameras on the drones what it was like, and it was like, oh wow, this is really bloody cool.
Yeah.
But then of course you then realize, oh wait, this is a trap, and here's the brochure if you want to buy those drones. So not only was it a really cool little miniature show, it was and the dog made the noise.
Dogs agree with you. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Yeah, you got it. That is almost kind of Disney-like. It was like, oh wow, it's an entertaining show. And oh, if you just want to buy one of these drones, here's the brochure. Aha. With little miniature cameras, and you had like what was it? You had the land speeder ones. You had the Millennium Falcon. It was like, damn. But it was a cool show. But still, you just think. So all of that was just for them to sell us tiny little drones.
How much were they?
I didn't bother taking because
all the little toys.
I didn't bother. They gave me a brochure, which then promptly went into one of my pockets and then into a bin, the nearest bin on my way out, because it was a case of, no, I'm not going to buy that. I don't know. I just kind of thought that was a little sneaky. It's like, oh, here's a lovely little show you could do. Oh, by the way, do you want to buy some? No, I don't like.
Oh, no.
I don't like that. I guess if you're going to Star Wars Celebration, there are fans that are that hardcore enough. But it was just, I don't know. I just find that just a little bit insidious for my liking.
Yeah, very good from my end. But I mean, how did you find it, Danny, with the lines? The
lines were superb. It was. Yeah, admittedly, I think I spent about 20 minutes zigzagging. I don't. That's probably an exaggeration. It was probably 15 minutes tops. But in comparison to, let's say, the MCMs and the fuck. Yeah, let's sharp about Showmasters. I think people get it now. Showmasters, they suck. If you want to go to a convention where you line up around a building twice, go to that convention. But the lines at Celebration, they were like really similar to how they did lines at was it Dragon Con, where you'd have a desk, you would just say your net, you would just say your reference number, that's it, here's your ticket. It's like, oh wow, is that it? Because you had 3 halls dedicated just dedicated to the lines were absolutely superb. But again, the topic we're talking about now, was it value for money? Because a lot of people, which I have to say, including myself, I don't really think you needed 3 days. I think you could have literally did everything in the 1 day, and it was a case of if you really wanted to check out those panels. But I'm thinking to myself, really? You'd have to wait the night before, and some people wait until 6 in the morning? That's almost San Diego Comic-Con business, where where reportedly you have people waiting 2 days just to get into the Game of Thrones. What did I say Game of Rooms for? The Game of Thrones panels. And you I don't know, you just have to think how hardcore you must be, because not only you have to wait that line, and you just want to get a chance to ask those questions.
I mean, the Celebration store itself actually had a fast pass feature.
Okay.
So you could pretty much you could go into the Celebration store at a particular time, a la like in Disneyland with their fast tracks.
Okay.
And,
I'm not familiar with this fast track system. Go on.
And unfortunately, the tickets did go out rather quickly in the mornings, because the main line to get in was a 90-minute wait, or with fast pass you could have got in at, say, this one could have got in at 12:15, but I didn't get in at that time because I was at a panel.
And what panel was that again?
That was the Creatures, Aliens and Droids panel on the Saturday.
All right. So you didn't go to any of the mass Mahusive ones, which were on the Friday and the Sunday, wasn't it?
Oh, no. Didn't get into any of those queues to pick up those wristbands, but got into that one, which was fun. I mean, the big one on Saturday was the where they showed Thrawn.
Yep. Thrawn.
Yes. Yeah. It was good. It was an emotional moment.
Sweet. Yep, he returned to the canon, but yeah, the con was just was just sweet. Yeah, was just really well organized. It was kind of surprising. And the funny thing was it was not actually overcrowded, because it was like, because let's be honest, you and me, Jake, we've seen our fair shares of overcrowded cons. This was nowhere as busy as anything MCM or LFCC by a country mile. Granted, you have to wait.
Dragon Con.
Yeah, do you know what the funny thing is? Yeah, Dragon Con. Yeah, we're talking about Dragon Con again, and then it may be super busy, but it keeps moving. Yeah. You can use the front door, people. You don't need elaborate lines or checkpoints. You just need a guy sitting in a chair that just keeps yelling at people. Keep moving, people. Keep moving. And just have the whole crowd, basically stare at you dirty if you stop in the walkways. Everyone is on board for that. They'll say, do not stop in the walkways. We had like a Mad Max that was getting really pissed off when somebody was taking a photograph and stuff like that. But anyway, wait, we're talking about celebrations. And, yeah. So, I want to say this literally, because, it probably is an exaggeration, because some people will say this was one of the best cons. And they probably were not half wrong, because I'm just thinking the only other con that comes close to decent is London Super Comic Con. But again, going back to my original point, was it value for money? But again, was the panels having going back to that point, I know I keep prattling on, there was like one of the people that said at the Mark Hamill panel, that he was waiting in 4 separate lines for like 10 hours to see him. I'm trying to work out 4 separate lines. What the hell was that about?
Well, I believe the line system was that you had in the first line was the Jedi Masters, who were the VIPs who had bought VIP tickets for the event. The second line was for the people with medical conditions, and then the other lines would be for just general access for anyone else. So they would let the medical people and Jedi Masters go first, and then the other people would be allowed in afterwards, which was really good kind of like process. So anyone who had sort of like any sort of like condition that requires them to be like not in too much crowds but able to move more freely, it was really good to have that set up for people.
Okay then, but still 10 hour. But again, I guess in the grand scheme of things, for just conventions, it's, well, yeah, like as I said, Game of Thrones panels, people waiting 2 days. I'm just thinking to myself, if I'm traveling halfway across the road, I don't want to spend it waiting in a line. Oh my god. Oh.
Let's see what she's got.
The dog. Our podcast is yet once again interrupted by the dog.
The dog has got my sweeties.
God damn it. Apprehend the mutt.
Yeah. All right. Who's been naughty? All right. Down. It's lockdown time. All right.
I mean, okay, this does bring up an interesting question about, because again, as I said, I pretty much saw everything, in the con in just one day, and it's like you would go for the panels, but I didn't go to the panels, so that, because the Showmaster systems, the panels are separate, you have to pay for them. So this does bring up a rather interesting question about whether or not that's a much better system that you should actually pay for them, because people like myself that, well, like I said, that didn't particularly care about panels, especially as, like I said, they're going to come on YouTube anyway, and especially telling me now where, man, you have to wait 10 hours, and you're going to be waiting till 6 a.m. in the morning. You're thinking, no, I don't think I want to do that. I would have preferred the tickets being slightly cheaper, because I do definitely remember paying about 45 quid for my tickets. Admittedly, I got the second batch, which is probably why they were more expensive, because that's a standard issue thing these days. Convention tickets, they're a lot cheaper the earlier you buy them, and obviously when you do it later, they get a bit more expensive. So Showmasters doing it separately is probably a better system, because again, the panels, I mean, again, I guess it depends, because you can watch it on YouTube, but of course it's not the same thing. When you're there at the actual panel, you're one of those voices that are going, yay! The difference between watching a YouTube video and, I guess, basically being at a festival, because you've seen all the you've seen all the music and all that on YouTube, but but actually going to a proper festival, let's say Download, and being there when AC/DC played live, that is an experience. And I guess, for the ticket price, it's a value, I guess, but I don't know. But as you were saying, Jake, you never went to the big panel because, no, because you're based out in Sittingbourne. There was no way you were going to be able to.
And I was in a show every night. Had to leave around 3:30, 4 o'clock every day just to get back down to Whitstable to get ready. Really enjoyed it, and even if you didn't get to do everything in the one day, there was a lot of which, in defense of it against things like MCM, will always have lots of things. You had the photo walks, which were fun, like hanging upside down.
What? You hang upside down? I didn't
inside
see
a Jedi.
Okay, I never.
Yeah. Basically, the way the prop was handled was that obviously Luke's lightsaber is hanging up on the ceiling, and all you had to do was like stand up, lift your hand up, and like go to reach for the lightsaber like you're using the Force. And you could get your photo taken inside a giant action figure box. And every day they would change the name of the action figure to be like Jedis or Troopers or like Wookiees and everything. The R2D2 exhibition of all the different R2D2s, and the Scout Trooper helmets exhibition as well, which they had a raffle where you could win a life-size Ewok. And I was just like, I must enter. And I may have bought quite a few tickets. But it was all for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is a cancer charity. People with cancer, people with different conditions and that, and they help get people to where they want to go to before they have to have like any sort of operations or anything like that. And funny story, I'm going to go slightly off topic, but it is really good. But it is Star Wars related.
Okay.
Go. With Make-A-Wish, they actually, and I was a kid, I had cancer, long story short, and before my transplant, they actually got us to go to San Francisco. And in that week, we went to Skywalker Ranch, George Lucas's house.
George Lucas's house, bloody hell.
Yeah. We got shown around the art department for episode 2, and we got to go to ILM and see everything. And I'm talking about like all the workshops and everything, or where they do all like special effects. We actually saw some of the R2D2s being built for episode 2, which was amazing. But yeah, so Make-A-Wish Foundation. If anyone's watching, make donations to these guys. They do such great work. Anyway, back on topic.
That is pretty sweet. Kristian, you still there?
I am indeed.
Okay, it was like you were still. I thought, did the camera freeze or shit like that? But anyway, I'm just curious, reiterating. You're based in Southampton. There is no way in hell you would have been able to have checked out those main panels either, would you?
Well, I was supposed to be staying at a hotel right next to the venue.
Ah, so you would have. Would you have indeed waited until 6 a.m. in order to basically watch Mark Hamill's one-man show?
Yes.
You're that
I would have done it for Mark Hamill and the Rebels one, because I love Rebels, the TV show, and I love Mark Hamill.
I think the Rebels one, oddly enough, I didn't think there was that much of a big line. I actually saw it myself. I probably should have grabbed that at the time, because again, I was pretty much done with the con by about 5 o'clock, and I probably should have grabbed that now, especially since they revealed Fraud, and it was like, oh my god! But damn.
and obviously Mark Hamill, just because of Star Wars, The Flash, and the Joker. So, like, what more could you want?
Yeah, that was a funny thing. That was the most hilarious thing. It was like in the Mark Hamill's one-man show, there were a lot of people just talking about the Joker. You were just thinking, wow, Disney are letting this fly. Because I'm pretty sure it was like about 40% of the shows was him talking about the Joker, and he was talking about the Killing Joker. And it was like, yeah, you kids should not be watching this.
Can't wait for that. I've got my ticket. I've already pre-ordered the Blu-ray, and I've got a ticket to go see it. Are you guys going?
Annoyingly, I think I'm working. It's on Monday, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah, Monday evening at View Cinemas.
Yeah, fuck. I do late now, which is really annoying, because...
There's no View in my city.
Oh, yeah. No, there isn't. There's that weird little... art house.
Cineworld and Odeon.
Yeah, that was it.
The Picture House.
Oh yeah, the Picture House. Yeah, I remember that one. It was I
love the Picture House.
Yeah, dinky as hell, but yeah.
Picture House is my favourite because it plays all the Hideo. Basically plays all the old Studio Ghibli films.
Oh sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you can, and it does a double bill of 2 films. So you get like, I think you pay like a tenner and you get to watch 2 Studio Ghibli films. And in recliner seats.
Okay. All right. But anyway, getting back on topic. So, I guess you two are a lot more hardcore about the Star Wars than I am. I just felt because, I just wanted to go for, my typical con experience and all that. I kind of thought...
It was said that you would destroy this thing, not join them!
Nerds!
Fanboys!
All right, I win. All right, I lose. All right, I lose.
Have you not seen my wall?
Have you not seen my wall?
That's right.
Hey, you see my wall? It's all white.
Look at the posters.
All right. Okay.
I also have limited edition action figures signed.
All right. So you people were going to be that hardcore enough that you would have indeed waited 10 hours to wait till... You know what? Real rap. If I could have gotten that week off, but again, I think this is where we're getting back to the original purpose. A lot of information was not revealed. There was a lot of even hardcore fans that cancelled their tickets because they didn't reveal the schedule until like really, really late. And again, the little misinformation that it was going to be a dinky con when in reality it wasn't at all. It was... I don't think there was any other event going on, but yet... Everyone was saying, "Oh my god, it's only one hall," which again it wasn't. So,
I think the issue was the original PDF was very tiny, and people were like,
Oh damn it, Jake, you're breaking up. Repeat yourself. Sorry.
Oh
God. Yeah, the original PDF was breaking up. I mean, no, not break. The original PDF was tiny.
Something else from the convention that was actually quite a value for money as well was the pin trading.
Yeah, I heard that's a thing at conventions now. I got no idea.
Which,
yeah. Even more editing later. So, pin trading, which is a thing at cons now. I I don't get it. Is it like computer games with stupid achievements?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what they did was they released two sets of 4 badges originally for 45 quid. And me and my brothers, we were like, 45 quid, that's not worth it. But in the Celebration store, they were selling packs of 2 in mystery boxes for like 12 quid. And you could get like people from New Hope, people from Empire and that. There we go, there's the back of what you could get. But then you could trade with actual con staff to get exclusive pins. And so this is where I got like Admiral Akbar and Darth Maul as well. And you could just go around the con. If anyone else had pin badges, you could have a chat with them. Maybe they could actually trade pins, and maybe not. Sort of like, football stickers back in the day in the school. And yeah, I thought that added a nice little extra community bit to the convention as well.
We're talking about celebrations, and
Yes.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
yeah, that was another point that somebody pointed out. There wasn't actually a lot of cosplayers, and you know what? I did thinking about it now. There really wasn't actually. It was a lot. It was a lot more civilians, and a lot of the costumes there. They were definitely UK garrisons and the assorted affiliates.
Boo.
Okay, now play nice. Now play nice.
There were a lot of changes that I saw. I mean, the best costumes I saw at the weekend were 2 Imperial officers that were actually Stantler and Waldorf from the Muppets, and a bright fluorescent pink Chewbacca.
Yeah, I think I got a photo of that. Actually, you reminded me. I need to upload my. I need to upload my damn. My actual folder of photographs I took and all that. Oh yeah, speaking of costumes, yeah, I think I was the only Chirat. Yeah, the Chirat. Oh, however you pronounce it. No, I'm just gonna call him Space Ip Man because Chirat's a stupid name. And it was like, yep, I was the only one there, and no one absolutely cared. I mean, admittedly, it's because he's in a film that's not out yet. And
there was quite a few female cosplayers, obviously doing sort of like more skimpy versions of outfits. So there were, yes, I know. Go on. Like there was like sexy Ewoks, and there was a girl dressed up like a sexy Tauntaun.
yeah, there was
Not just a sexy Tauntaun, a sexy dead Tauntaun with like the guts hanging out of their stomach and everything.
Oh my god, I did not see that. Okay, I'm gonna have to track down those. I'm gonna have to find the photos now. I mean, yeah, there were a lot of those. Yeah, there were a lot of silly variant costumes. Like you had Jack Sparrow stormtroopers. Yeah, Pikachu Boba Fett.
That was Masubi. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was it. That was definitely it was definitely cute. It was definitely cute. But yeah, a lot of people were they were saying that there weren't a lot of cosplayers, and yeah, thinking about it now, there really wasn't. But I think that might have just been because the con was just small over here. Because I guess when you compare it to something like MCM, where there's a ton more cosplayers, because well, let's face it, that's like 100,000 person, convention. Well, expo. We're not going to call it a convention; it's an expo. But they only call it a convention because it's branding, because it's Comic-Con. What's an expo? Oh, Comic-Con. But anyway, then. Because finally we're talking about costumes, yeah, let's talk about the Rogue One costumes. Do you know what I love? Do you know what I absolutely love? They actually told you in the big sheet what fabrics they use. That was bloody awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was really cool.
I don't know. It's really hard here because you look at those. Yeah. Because did you actually check out those costumes up close, Jake? Jake?
As close as I could get, because when we went and saw the costumes, it was still quite crowded. But yeah, I loved them. The Death Troopers look amazing. And
sorry.
Gotta love some classic toys.
Oh yeah, the best quote I heard all day was, "Yeah, do you know why they're called shore troopers? Because they don't want to be called. Because they don't want anyone calling them beach troopers." I don't know. Beach trooper sounds cool.
Oh yeah, there's almost like with like surfboards and Hawaii shorts.
Yeah, Bermudas.
Has anyone seen the parody video of that?
Watch.
No,
Don't tell me somebody did a Beach Boys songs with the Shore Troopers.
They've basically got stormtroopers wearing beach shorts and what are they called? Damn it! What are they called? You know when you go like somewhere sunny and they put like a flower band round your neck.
Like the hula skirt.
Like
necklaces.
like
What
Hawaii.
rose? Rose? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's got. Damn.
So they're basically just walking down the beach, like in in beach gear. And it's like, and it's so funny.
Oh, I definitely got to check that out.
I believe it's on YouTube.
Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah, the other point was it was kind of interesting with the controversy about the guests. It was like how some guests weren't invited. Like apparently, people were asking, "Oh, are you coming to Celebrations next week?" And the voice actor that did Kanan and Zeb were not invited. You think to myself, what? Why would you not invite Stephen Blum? He's like,
And Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, that reminds me. I'm going to catch up on Rebels because why is Kanan blind? I mean, don't tell me. I'll eventually find out. But it's like, he's blind. Never mind.
It's amazing.
Oh,
It's amazing.
It is so good.
Yeah, he's wearing a stupid helmet type thing. But it's like, yeah, he's blind now. Oh, okay, but anyway, yeah, I just thought that was a bit weird because of all the controversies about these guests aren't showing up. They could have invited Stephen Blum, and it was like, tons of people, not just for Zeb, but they just turned up because he just voices everything. It just seems a little bit weird to me.
Oh, yeah, Steve Blum is amazing. Like, I met him at Auto Assembly because he did Starscream in Transformers Prime, and he's an amazing bloke. He's really funny, just legend.
So overall, it was a much better con for you than it was. I mean, again, I will just reiterate, it was a good con, but I personally think, and again, other people did say they thought you didn't really need all 3 days. You could have done everything in 1 day, but I guess if you wanted to go for those panels, you really were that die hard, then yeah, I guess, but I don't know. So Jake, it was a proper good con.
Oh yes, loved it.
Okay, sweet. And that's the end of our show. There's nothing to do but just thank my guests as always. So Kristian, thank you thank you, and for your delightful insight into all the Star Warsy and that's really a lot of Star Wars shit. But anyway, and thanks Jake for returning. And thanks Jake for returning for the third time.
Yes.
Right.
Third time's the charm. Maybe not with internet connections.
Oh yeah, because you've been a swirly image this last while. Hopefully, when this episode is nicely edited down, I might just put a little picture over you in post production. I probably might do that. But anyway, adios.
See you later.
Bye.